I was born to make this video. I'm serious. I've been making YouTube videos since I was 15 and I'm still here. I'm here to give you a walkthrough of an entire decade of YouTube history. I have 9 years of first-hand experience of all of the things that have happened and also access to Google, so you know it's airtight. I'll be talking viral videos, controversies, scandals, notable achievements, and huge industry shifts. I'm going to unearth the weird, incredible, hilarious, jaw-dropping, and devastating headlines that have shaped the world's largest online destination for video this decade. YouTube Rewind can eat my dust. And I know some of this stuff is only interesting to a select few, so if you want a breakdown of just the viral videos of the last decade, click the card in the top right corner right now to watch. But you'll really miss out on all the tea in this video, and trust me, there's a lot. While you're at it, be sure to subscribe to Postable. We make videos every Wednesday, and this December we're posting every single day. Merry Vlogmas. So let's get into it. 2010 was a long time ago, so before we continue, I need you to remember what 2010 was like. iPhones still looked like iPods. Viral videos as we knew them were along the lines of ASDF Movie,
Hello,
Charlie the Unicorn,
yeah,
Charlie Bit My Finger,
Ow!
and Fred.
What's up?
This kid now looks like this.
nervous that you push away.
In 2010, Bo Burnham released a CD. Instagram only launched in October 2010, and technology is a key part of how YouTube has changed over the years. It directly correlates to how much people could watch and upload, and in turn, how much corporate interest was invested into online video. Remember Adobe Flash plugin? You used to have to install this plugin to be able to watch videos on the internet, but in 2010, this changed. 2 things happened in January 2010 that really set the tone for YouTube for the next decade. YouTube launched an experimental version of the site that fully utilized built-in browser features designed for playback, updating the HTML5 standard. Basically, goodbye Adobe Flash plugin. Nobody misses you. And in the same month, YouTube first launched online movie rentals on the site. And this is when Netflix was just starting to take off. And so begins YouTube's decade of working towards monopolizing online video in its absolute entirety. Before we move on, this is the internet, so let's get weird or get out, and it doesn't get weirder than this.
So hey, this is my YouTube channel. Yay! Have you subscribed yet?
Annoying Orange YouTube channel launches on January 15th, 2010, after having made 9 viral videos throughout 2009 on creator Dan Bo's YouTube channel. This launches the empire of Annoying Orange. Today, nearly a decade after their channel launch, Annoying Orange still posts 4 times a week, has a separate gaming channel, merch, briefly had a TV show, and multiple miniseries on the channel. This is one of the first viral videos to absolutely double down on capitalizing on internet fame. But another long-standing creator also made their first viral hit in 2010. Jenna Marbles breaks into the scene with how to trick people into thinking you're good looking.
And welcome to my tutorial on how to trick people into thinking you're really good looking.
Iconic video. We'll watch Jenna evolve drastically over the years to the point where this version of Jenna is barely recognizable today. The first ever VidCon, founded by Hank Green, also happens in 2010.
We were really interested in the possibility of getting a real-life online video conference.
1,400 people will attend the convention at the Hyatt Regency Century Plaza Hotel in Los Angeles. And it's gonna get bigger, just a hint. And then these viral hits that I have to mention.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me.
Whoa! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Had your kids, had your wife, had your kids, had your wife, had your kids, had your wife.
2011 is a year of important milestones. Charlie McDonnell hits 1 million subscribers, the first ever creator to do so in the UK, and Natalie Tran, or Community Channel, becomes the first creator in Australia to hit 1 million subscribers. In 2011, everyone got obsessed with animals on the internet, not that we weren't before, but the viral videos are just, they're all animals.
Benton! Oh, Jesus Christ! Benton!
Oh, it's got a cobra? Oh, it runs backwards? Now watch this. Look, a snake's up in the tree. Honey Badger don't care. Honey Badger don't give a shit. It just takes what it wants.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional. I love cats. I love every kind of cat.
And the iconic Friday by Rebecca Black goes viral.
Friday, Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
We see mass cyberbullying for one of the first times, and not much gets done about it. Her comments get flooded with everything from hate to violent threats. A 13-year-old. And on the flip side, she at least gets to appear on Ellen, and she even hosts the 2011 YouTube Rewind.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Black, and welcome to YouTube Rewind.
Yes, that is what YouTube Rewind used to look like. Spoiler, it gets worse. In 2011, 2 of the most watched videos of the year were by Lonely Island, perhaps one of the first ways that traditional broadcasters succeeded online. After this, TV and movies succeeding online just sort of got annoying, so I'm just not going to talk about them. In 2012, everyone thought the world was going to end, so 2012 got a little intense with viral videos that matched its intensity.
Strangling superstar Shia LaBeouf. Fighting for your life with Shia LaBeouf. Wrestling a knife for Shia LaBeouf.
And Gangnam Style is the first video to ever hit 1 billion views in 2012. Charity Invisible Children posted the infamous Kony 2012, obviously in 2012, which got 100 million views in the first 6 days, one of the fastest ways and virality of a video has ever gotten in history. Creator of the video, Jason Russell, had a mental break 3 days after the video went viral and did not emerge until 2 weeks later due to criticism he was getting on all sides.
What does that mean?
I should have been listening to my loved ones. I should have surrendered Kony 2012 and Invisible Children to the people.
Very few people actually attended Cover the Night, the rally and call to action the video was promoting. Invisible Children certainly succeeded getting the name Joseph Kony out there, but never succeeded in the follow-through. Tragically, Amanda Todd's video about her experience with bullying and self-harm goes viral after she commits suicide in 2012, having attempted twice previously. This is after years of being sexually harassed, blackmailed, and stalked. The 15-year-old Canadian teen changed the course of conversation and legislation around cyberbullying, both in Canada and around the world, with her 8-minute video.
Adults need to be more, they need to gain more knowledge on what happens out there in the technology world with teens.
Her mother started and continues the Amanda Todd Foundation in her name to fight against cyberbullying. 2013 was a year of YouTube pushing away from what was illegitimate and cheesy for the internet and trying to be more like traditional broadcast in terms of production value and in format. Online creators wanted the respect that television and film received, and the viral videos of the year, I think, reflect that.
What does the fox say? What the fox say?
Very highly produced but still very weird music video. Harlem Shake started on a YouTube show segment and spiraled into a massive trend. Both Camp Dakota and The Fault in Our Stars movie are announced for 2014. Camp Dakota is led and written by digital native creators Hannah Hart, Grace Helbig, and Mamrie Hart, and The Fault in Our Stars adaptation of John Green's New York Times bestselling novel attracts an influx of attention from actual celebrities, with the soundtrack featuring names like Ed Sheeran, Charlie XCX, and Birdie. And that's when the trend of YouTubers writing books started. Probably. PewDiePie, or Felix Schellberg, becomes the most subscribed channel on YouTube in August 2013, largely for the popularity of his Let's Plays. And he really champions gaming on YouTube. In the next 7 years, Schellberg will largely hold on to this title, battling it out with Indian record label T-Series. Lily Singh becomes the first independent creator in Canada to hit 1 million subscribers in August 2013. Remember, this is nearly 5 years after Fred was the first creator in the US to hit 1 million subscribers back in 2009. Wild times. And now, Lily Singh rules the universe. In Lily Singh we trust. 2013 YouTube Rewind arrives with a disturbingly on-the-nose foreshadowing as they opened with this song.
I know you want it. Hey! I know you want it.
It's got a little bit of a different tone now. In 2014, 100 Years of Beauty went viral. It was made by Seattle-based startup Cut and was truly an intentional viral video. And since the startup was co-founded by Chris Rudy of Collab Creators and Blaine Ludi, who has a background in advertising, you can see the production value merge with the fun weirdness of the internet in a new way. They continue to capitalize on this video format and still today make new versions of it. The Ice Bucket Challenge was also in 2014, which aimed to raise awareness of amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, or ALS. Some people called it slacktivism, but it's important to know that the Ice Bucket Challenge raised over $220 million worldwide for ALS that year. That for a condition you probably hadn't heard of before then. So it turns out people like watching people play video games. With PewDiePie's success becomes the attempt to monetize gaming content, notably by multi-channel network Machinima. The company has been largely successful in making owned and operated series and signing on other gaming creators to generate profit, and early on in the decade was in competition to be the most subscribed on YouTube. Now, speaking of popular creators, everyone knows Shane Dawson, right? Like, wow, solid documentaries, wow, so raw. Well, in 2014, he made an 11-minute apology video regarding his old content where he regularly appeared in blackface. Now let's hear a sincere apology, right?
First of all, I'm not racist. But this video is me apologizing because I understand why some people think that.
Ooh, yes, sorry everyone was offended. What happened in early 2014 casts a dark shadow that to this day continues to loom over many creator communities on YouTube. The story broke that creator-musician Mike Lombardo had been arrested and later convicted of multiple counts of child pornography with victims as young as 15. And that's when the floodgates opened. Young creators, usually young women, began to come forward on Tumblr, first one, then by the dozen, telling first-hand detailed accounts of being sexually abused and manipulated by popular creators of the time. Creators like Alex Day, Luke Connard, Tom Milsom, and Corey Vidal, and the list goes on. These young men allegedly used and abused their easy access to fans who looked up to them. This was the creator community's Me Too movement before that ever happened. It gets worse. British prank vlogger Sam Pepper posts a video where he, surprise, butt grabs unsuspecting women in public. Garnering media attention, multiple women come forward with accounts of sexual assault by Sam Pepper. Many notable community members band together to write him an open letter to take down his video and vow to stop perpetuating and normalizing assault. I have to take a minute here. It was a lot back then, and it's still a lot today. What is most significant in 2015 is that most viral videos on YouTube were music videos or traditional television and film clips, so I'm not really gonna cover those. This was really the height of Vine's success too, which is where most of the weird internet content went that year, and that bleeds into 2016 as well. You can see it in YouTube Rewind 2015. The whole video is to Justin Bieber and Top 40s music. No offense to Justin Bieber and Top 40s music, but it's just not weird internet content. One thing you could not avoid in 2015 though, the dress.
If I was to walk into this office in this dress, you would say?
White gold.
Which color is it? White and gold or black and blue? And YouTube definitely helped popularize the whip. Okay, wow, I sound old saying this. This dance got popular.
Now watch me, nay, now watch me pop.
2016 was really rough as the world watched the Trump campaign gain traction and actually become president. I think the viral videos of the year captured the need to appreciate the small things in life. Like the water bottle flip. This mom appreciating her child's Chewbacca mask. Damn Daniel, gotta appreciate some white Vans.
Damn Daniel, back at it again with the white van.
2016 was so tough, the most popular challenge of the year was just to stand still. Remember the mannequin challenge? Another tragedy hits the creator community in 2016 as longtime musician and cover artist Christina Grimmie is shot by a stalker at her own concert and dies. Creators around the world shared their devastation and stories of how Christina had inspired them. 2 days later, the Orlando Pulse nightclub massacre happens in Florida. 2 weeks before VidCon US, attendance numbers were set to break records once again. There's an estimated 25,000 people who are supposed to be going to VidCon. And I was at VidCon 2016, and let me tell you, security was tighter than it had ever been. Creators were advised not to walk from the hotel to the convention hall, but rather be driven there by security to enter in a separate entrance. Louis Cole, known now as Fun for Louis, gets a ton of media attention for his controversially happy tone of his vlogs on his trip to North Korea. Cole denies all accusations that the trip was sponsored in any way and claims his trip was largely for charity. In 2017, the history of the entire world goes viral.
Forget this. I want to be something. Go somewhere. Do something. I want things to change. I want to invent time and space. And I know it's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened.
And this reporter is interrupted by his kids while he's doing an interview on television. In 2017, VidCon expands to Europe and also Australia. And honestly, I have to call 2017 the year of the scandals. YouTube hasn't really had a year there hasn't been a scandal, but in 2017 there are so many I don't know which are separate scandals and which are all related. It starts off in absolute chaos. As Vine had announced shutting down in late 2016, an influx of Vine creators flooded the platform, including David Dobrik, Liza Koshy, Lele Pons, and Jake and Logan Paul. And December 31st, 2016 is when Logan Paul uploads his infamous Suicide Forest video where he films a dead body and still prompts people to subscribe. Insensitive. The video makes the trending page. YouTube tries to sever all ties to Logan Paul and he takes the video down just over a week later. PewDiePie also uploads a video showing anti-Semitic imagery. And these two scandals trigger the adpocalypse. And yes, that's the word ad, and the word apocalypse is a ship name. I can't make that up. Many big-name advertisers like Coca-Cola and Amazon pulled ads from YouTube when they saw their ads being paired with content containing extreme violence and hate speech. I wonder what those could have been, Logan Paul and PewDiePie. Some creators report losing half of their revenue in April and May of 2017. It's a lot more complicated than this, but I'll link some articles down below for those interested in the small details. In the wake of the adpocalypse, YouTube changes their partner program eligibility requirements to need 10,000 lifetime views. Demonetization as a term gains popularity, especially in the LGBTQ+ creator community, as creators report any content referring to their sexuality or being transgender gets flagged as not advertiser friendly, removing their ability to earn money on the platform. And then it gets worse. When prank YouTubers Mommy05 and Daddy05 receive heavy critique for screaming, becoming violent with, and emotionally abusing their kids on camera under the guise of pranks. After widespread media coverage and public outrage, in September 2017, Daddy05 is placed under 5 years probation, and the couple lost custody of 2 of their 5 kids who bore the brunt of the abuse, as they were placed in custody with their biological mother. The probation also bans them from contacting the 2 children and from posting videos or photos of their children who remain in their custody. Then, the Fallout of Fire Festival triggers important regulation changes around sponsorship disclosure via the Federal Trade Commission in the United States. And maybe the strangest story in this entire video, longtime feminist and sex-positive creator Lacey Green abruptly changes her tone on online harassment in May 2017, despite having persevered through over a decade of severe harassment online. Most have speculated this is due to her new ties to anti-feminists Blair White and Chris Ray Gunn. Around the same time, the term trans-exclusive radical feminist, or TERF, gains popularity as some claim that trans women should not have the same claim to womanhood as cis women. What? This includes most notably lesbian creator Ariel Scarcella, which makes her own Twitter bio pretty outlandish. Maybe she should change that. It's That's just a personal suggestion, free advice, me to you. In 2018, we were blessed with Walmart yodeling kid Mason Ramsey. In 2018, the Tide Pod Challenge finally gets the attention it deserves as a few videos go viral and we see a rise in poison cases in early 2018. And I feel the need to clarify the injustice here. Teens did not start the Tide Pod Challenge. Some sarcastic writers at The Onion and College Humor made some jokes, and that spiraled into sarcastic mockery on YouTube, which some teens thought were real. So they tried it. Stop blaming teens. No one is teaching them critical media skills when they are constantly bombarded by media at all times. Leave them alone. YouTube also decides to change their partner program eligibility requirements once more. So to monetize, you need to have 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months and 1,000 subscribers. Cool. Thanks, YouTube. IGTV launches in June 2018 at VidCon US, and everyone thought this could be the end of YouTube, as Facebook were teasing that they were going to try their same monetization model, and it didn't work. Mere months after launch, industry members were calling IGTV a flop because my favorite controversy of the decade is perhaps TanaCon 2018.
Because I would love to make this bigger, better, and freer than VidCon. And I want to let you know, as the CEO of my new meet and greet that I'm having.
Creator Tana Mojo was upset that she did not get invited to VidCon 2018 and there was a miscommunication, so she threw her own convention right across the street at the same time as VidCon, where, quote, everyone is a featured creator. Okay, but then when fans with tickets lined up for TanaCon, they hit capacity quickly. Fans vlogged that there was nothing to do with the event, there wasn't enough water, some reported severe sunburns and losing consciousness due to poor organization and overcrowding. Basically, Tana Mojo publicly had a temper tantrum and it very publicly went very wrong. And then Shane Dawson made a 3-part documentary series about the whole fiasco. Neat! YouTube Rewind 2018 went viral as it always does, but in a new, fun way in 2018. 7 days after its launch, it became the most disliked video on YouTube. And God bless whoever made this chart, but to be clear, it is quite accurate. The numbers are accurate. 2019. Ah yes, we're here, we're in 2019. This year, VidCon announced an expansion to Asia, which is a first for any online video-centered event. Exciting. Then in June 2019, James Charles and Tati Westbrook, two very popular beauty creators, got into a very public fight, the major fallout of which was alleged sexual manipulation and misconduct by James Charles. A bunch of other stuff happened. Miley Cyrus and Ariana Grande unfollowed him on Instagram. That's a bummer. Grumpy Cat, full name Tartar Sauce, passed away from an infection at 7 years old in May 2019. Rest in peace, Tartar Sauce, aka Grumpy Cat. We'll miss you. And I don't really feel comfortable saying what the viral videos of 2019 are yet, but here are some highlights. Here's a baguette animated to walk in various ways. And here's a man having a conversation with his daughter fully in gibberish.
Oh, no, not this one. This is the grand finale of it. Yeah, that's the last one.
Also in June 2019, during Pride Month, Fox reporter and host of Strike Through, Carlos Maza, went on a rant on Twitter about alt-right commentator Steven Crowder, who frequently rips apart Maza's work, mocking his identity and appearance in a video format called response videos, popularized in 2016. YouTube was forced to react and originally stated Steven Crowder's statement were allowed on the platform, but then reversed their position in less than 24 hours, blocking Crowder from earning ad revenue. YouTube almost never reverses opinions so quickly and is usually very lax on hate speech against the LGBT community, so this was a particularly interesting case. That said, Crowder remains active on the platform, and if you like the shirt, Socialism is for Figs, or as Crowder claims, Figs, It's available for purchase still. In August, 5 LGBTQ+ YouTubers are suing YouTube for discrimination due largely to demonetization. This is a first small but mighty move in the development of YouTube's relationship to the LGBTQ+ community. In November, YouTube announced that all creators, no matter where they live or what kind of content they make, must now specify whether their videos are made for kids or not, under the Children's Online Privacy and Protection Act, or COPPA.
And approximately 12 minutes ago, YouTube went back to list for YouTube Rewind. You know, fair enough, there was no coming back from 2018.
And look, I can't cover absolutely everything in a decade, but those were the highlights. Like I haven't covered the rise of educational content championed by ASAP Science, Khan Academy, and the Vlogbrothers, or like the way the public watched Grace Helbig lose over 5 years of daily videos to her former network, or literally everything related to Zoella, and there's a lot. Zoella, she writes books and makes advent calendars. It's amazing. I've left a bunch of great reading in the description below if you're into that, and let me know what you think should have been in this video. What do you think are the big things that really missed in this? Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe for more stories we're sharing. We'll be making videos every day this December, so stay tuned.